Guys, so I was getting ready to dehydrate some cherries. I have them lined up already, and then I thought to myself, oh, how about some baked oatmeal? I know it's really warm, but I have this oatmeal in my pantry forever. Even if it's the quick cooking oat, I'm still going to use it. I know usually people use the old-fashioned rolled oat, and also I had this almond cooking milk. I don't really know if it's good, but use it in that. And some wild blueberry preserves. This is our least favorite one as out of all the jam that we have. So we just put it all in there and see what happens. Eyeballing everything. I've used about, I don't know, half a cup of jam, 2 eggs, some evaporated milk. The almond milk was not good in my pantry for too long. And FYI, I have never made this, so I'm just hoping this turns out nicely. So the jam will be my sweetener, and I'm only going to sprinkle some only on the top of it. Or I might even skip that, I don't know yet. Just go with me here. I would probably add some vanilla, but I happen to be out of that as well. I'm pretty much out of a lot of stuff. So since I'm totally out of vanilla and I don't have any coconut extract, the next best thing, stay with me here, I have some Disaronno from the bar, and this is just cherries and almond. They're friends, right? So why not put that in there? Everything is getting cooked, and a little almond flavor would be amazing in this. And who cares you're having this, right? It doesn't matter. I'm still putting that in there and see what happens. It smells so good. I love a good Disaronno. I usually put that in my cup or pancake batter anyways. So, okay. So now let's just add everything in it. I added 3/4 of my cherry in this, and I'm just gonna eyeball the oatmeal because what's measurement anymore? It's all relative, right? It's a little too liquidy. I'm going to add more. Kind of good, right? I mean, I don't even know what it's supposed to look like. I probably should have watched a video or something, but that's it. I'm just going to add the rest of the cherries on top, make it look pretty, kind of pretty. That's a lot of cherries. Okay, I've added about 1 tablespoon of brown sugar on top because it's breakfast. We don't want it to be too sweet. We don't do like too sweet here. And I like that I'm saying this, but I did add a splash of Disaronno for flavor. Oh well. So if this turns out, I hope it does, because that's a lot of ingredients to waste. I'm thinking of having this for breakfast. Plain yogurt, and I think it'll be delicious. It smells to me. Put this in the oven, 350 for about maybe an hour or less. We'll just see. I'll just use a knife. I guess I'll treat it like I would a cake, or not. Maybe while it's baking, I'll read about baked oatmeal. That would be why. This is what the baked oatmeal looks like. I took it out at about 40 minutes. And they're perfect. It smells so good. But unfortunately, it's too old. It didn't even melt, but it's fine. It smelled so buttery. I mean, I hope Cliff will love this because he's not a big fan of oatmeal. I am. Really want to try it, but I feel like I will burn it. Oh my god, I just had a little piece here. It tastes so good, like oatmeal cookies. Why haven't I made this before? Oh, I'm so sad. I feel like I've been life, and Cliff will love this. He will absolutely love this because he loves oatmeal cookies, and this tastes just. Hi guys. So tonight for dinner, we're doing something super quick. It's almost like a no-cook. No, it is a cook, but I am cooking. But it's like really minimal effort. So I had 2 naan left. freezer. I am doing a spinach, and remember that roasted tomato that I made? I am doing spinach and roasted tomato, non-pizza-ish, with just a bag of Caesar, and that's all we're having for dinner. This is the naan. I took some garlic and put it on there. It's so pretty. That's why I love this. And just a little handful of spinach. That's not a lot of spinach, but somehow it looks like a... We're not that hungry tonight, so we're trying to keep things really light. Some mozzarella. Load that up. Now I'm adding a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Just a little bit. This is about how much I have left of the roasted tomatoes with the oil and everything, and I think that's going to go in my pasta tomorrow. The oil and everything, it's gonna be delicious. This is what they look like. Ooh, I put that in the oven on 400 degrees for about 10 minutes maybe, and it's done. And this is dinner for us. Is it? Say it. What did you say? It's lit. I figured I will bring you along for my lunch. So I am making a tomato and spicy egg lunch. We have that a lot back home in Mauritius, and I have been craving that I have that's missing. Actually, that I do not have, and that is missing is ginger. So we'll go ahead and get everything. All our ingredient cut up, and that was a Roma tomato. And right here, I have something called crushed peppers, and it's Thai pepper that's been crushed with garlic, loads of garlic, a little bit of lemon juice, and topped with some oil to preserve it. So we usually have this with a lot of food. It's very spicy, and since I'm lacking a couple of ingredients for my crush, for my eggs, I would add a little bit of that in the eggs. I think it will be delicious. A little bit of the crushed pepper. Now I'm going to put the lid on this and let the tomato break down. One thing that I forgot to add was a little bit of ketchup for sweetness. And now the lid goes nice. This is, you can see like the tomatoes just starting to caramelize underneath. So you want it to go a little longer, then you can put your eggs in. This is the stage that you want it to be at, and I'm going to just crack my 2 eggs in and season it with some herb salt. Herb salt, and the lid goes back on it. There it is. Now we just break it up. This is not like a shakshuka. I can never say that. It's more like a scramble in a spicy tomato sauce, and it needs to be quite dry. It's ready. I have some green onions here. I usually would add some cilantro and some parsley, but as you can tell, my fridge is pretty empty. It's kind of like the end of the week for me. So I toasted some bread and sandwich with some fruit, and that's my lunch. So I'm getting ready to make dinner. I have about like 1 pound of shrimp here. I cleaned it, deveined, and everything. And that is going to be cooked on the grill. And I am going to season it with some of this. I got this from Williams Sonoma, and some of that spicy oil. And since we have another bag of Caesar salad, this is how shrimp with the Caesar salad and some garlic bread. I love this oil. Unfortunately, that was just seasonal at Whole Foods. And if you have Calabrian chili pepper oil, and it's nice and spicy, I just love it. So disclaimer, this Gabi go-to blend, Cliff loves it. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's okay. I don't think there's anything spectacular about this blend. But it already has a lot of salt. I'm not going to add any salt to this. Loads of garlic and herbs and I mean, it's not bad, but it's not. I changed my mind. I'm going to add just a little bit of herb salt. I still have that herb salt from I think like last fall that I made this. I made so much of it. I can't believe I haven't gone through everything. My shrimp is ready, so I'm going to let this marinate until Cliff gets back from work, and then I'll just throw it on the grill. For now, I'm going to show you something. So those are the bottom of my green onion or spring onion, whatever you want to call it, and I am going to plant those. I have a little area outside that I'm going to put that. I use green onion all the time, and I keep forgetting to do it every time I buy some. So those guys are going in. So I have 3 slices of Texas toast, and I usually, 9 times out of 10, I put this on the grill. So while the shrimp is cooking, I'm putting it on the very top rack. And if you've never done this, it tastes amazing. So the bread is picking up all the smoky and kind of like char flavor. And it's just, that would change your life. You need to do this. So you can see the garlic bread right there. And I heated up my grill pan. It just makes cooking shrimp so much easier. And I also use this for veggies. That looks so good. That's dinner. Here's the garlic bread, and you can see crispy shrimp and the salad's done, and it looks like it's gonna be dinner solo for me since Cliff is still in a meeting. I also wanted to add that this is really good. If you've never had a grilled shrimp Caesar, delicious, absolutely delicious. And the garlic bread, it's perfect.